Caroline for 5 minutes.
Thank the Madam Chair and Madam Administrator. Thank you so much for being here. As my friend and colleague Garrett Graves, pardon me. I know Grigsby somewhere else. As my colleague Mr. Graves mentioned, there's no question you have a tough job. I will reiterate what he underscored, and that the duplication of benefits really is a big issue for a lot of us. And we would love to see the administration stick with the intent of Congress, on that, because that certainly is a big issue for many of our disaster survivors. Speaking of disasters, we have a lot of hurricanes come through. Obviously, my district is southeastern North Carolina. In 2016, we had Hurricane Matthew, had a lot of flooding with that. In 2018, we had Hurricane Florence, a tremendous amount of flooding with that. And, it's quite common for residents who live in condominiums, homeowners associations, housing cooperatives, that when those natural disasters hit, they can get no assistance from FEMA. And just curious if you foresee that will continue to be the case, or if there's been any internal discussion about modifying the rules and regulations to where they would be eligible moving forward.
So, Congressman, people who own their homes, whether that be an individual home, whether that be a condo, whether they're a renter in one of those homes, they're all eligible for our programs. Our decisions are based on a number of factors. One is most certainly the amount of insurance they have and what insurance covers, and then whether they have actual damages to their homes and what we can repair for those homes. But we also provide things like rental assistance, which people are eligible for regardless of whether they're a homeowner or a renter. If there's something specific that you have an example of, I'd be happy to work with your staff to look at it and better understand what that circumstance was. But there's no factor that does not allow somebody who owns a condo to be eligible for our programs.
Well, historically, FEMA has been very resistant to helping those that are technically classified as a homeowners association, and many people live in, neighborhoods, big and small, that have a homeowners association, and therefore they can't get debris picked up. There's always, municipalities get reimbursed through public assistance for picking up debris, et cetera. Well, they won't pick up debris in a homeowners association, for that reason. I have some legislation that will help clarify this and, make everybody's life a little easier. It is H.R. 3777, the Disaster Assistance Fairness Act. But I'm not so sure that what's included in the legislation couldn't be addressed with a simple rulemaking because it very much fits within the intent and scope of FEMA's work during disaster recovery. And so I'd love to visit with you more about that and offline, and appreciate your attention to it.
Yeah, thank you for that further explanation, and we'd be happy to provide direct technical assistance, drafting technical assistance on what you're working on.
Thank you very much. I yield back, Madam Chair.